the city. I am your Greg Master, welcoming you to the city, a mysterious place floating in a purple void filled with adventure, mystery, and danger, both above and below. Today we join our heroes, a team of 5 adventurers, and on their journey to becoming legends. When last we left them, they had just left the Rosebell Guildhall and had dispersed on their own to go to their places of residence. Now you all can contact each other on.
MySpace.
You all have audio crystals, except for Oda, who basically will just use the one in the brothel office.
No, one of us gets to the highest building we possibly can and screams for Oda, and he just shows up.
It's like, what?
Smoke signals.
He falls from a nearby higher surface. So one time, fucking
It says hello there.
yeah, no, you
General
told me so.
Nobunaga, you are a bold one.
He just falls from a higher surface. So at one point, fucking Wisteria is like, you know what? I'm sick of this asshole doing this. Goes to the highest point in the city and does it, and he just falls out of the sky.
Look at this motherfucker.
All right.
It's like, damn bats.
So we shall begin with Wisteria. We're gonna go over some bits of time here. Wisteria will be the first in chronological order. So I assume that as soon as you get home, you kind of go into build mode.
Yeah. Get that, what was it? The dream.
Yes,
wrote
the
down.
build is.
Inspiration.
Yeah. I do want to mention that is not magical in nature. It is more of a psychological thing. It's not artificer specific, like someone like a composer, a weaponsmith, anyone can get a builder's dream, any kind of craft. It's just sometimes it's just like your brain going on over mode and you make your best thing. Sometimes it's like a mark of the beginning of a great craftsman, like they have a builder's dream and then suddenly their work improves overnight. But you always thought it was legend.
Yeah.
It was just, old man bullshit.
Thought my
So you,
dad was just being facetious, like telling stories of grandeur type thing, and I'm like, yeah, sure, Dad.
that's a thing that happens. So you lock yourself away, and Gorham and his family know well enough to, they know you and your father and artificers in general to basically get out of the way.
Bring me meals, but I just leave them be. Just
Right,
ignore
like
them.
there are like occasionally you will turn around and there will be food already cold just sitting on the table by the door. You don't know when it got there.
Oops. Stop feeling hunger. I get so involved in what I'm doing.
Yes. And it is definitely a thing that happens. And once after maybe a couple days of being like locked up in there and building all sorts of things, you finish your masterpiece, the main thing you saw in your dream. And it's sitting there in front of you, and you press the button to turn it on. You want to describe what Athena looks like.
So Athena is a very like mechanical looking like clockwork and stuff like that. Very steampunk-esque owl whose eyes like when she turns on glow to life and like sort of widen and shut, like they're sort of apertures, if that makes sense. So the light comes
Mhm.
out of them, and it opens and shuts, and it blinks, and it kind of just turns its head and looks at me, basically.
Yeah, it does like that confused tilt as its eyes turn on, kind of regards you up and down, and then just hops onto your shoulder.
And I am honestly stunned into silence, sort of. I'm almost amazed that it worked. You can't believe that I could accomplish something like this.
Yes. She nuzzles you with her head. It is far less comfortable than actual feathers.
I wince a little bit, but pat her on the head nonetheless.
All right, do you take your work out of the room now that you are completed?
Yes, I will leave the room and I guess go probably to the kitchen or something where I know Grimoire and his wife will be, and sort of just stare at them eyes wide, and I'm just it worked.
So it's a Friday morning. They've just dropped the kids off at school. Gorham hasn't got it. Or Grimoire?
Garmore.
Garmore.
Garmo. Yes.
All right. Garmore hasn't gone into work yet. He's got one of the apprentices opening up the shop. It's one of the perks of being the boss, and he's just kind of sitting at the kitchen table while she's standing over in front of the stove, just kind of getting some things done, making him a lunch to bring in to work. And they both turn to look at you and see this robotic owl, something they've never seen before, just sitting on your shoulder, and both their jaws just drop. And they're sitting there, and Grimoire gets his feet under him first. And Asteria, dear, what is that?
This is Athena.
Whoo! She tilts her head slightly.
Well, I kind of saw her in a dream. Well, I guess it starts with one of my teammates, I guess is the best word. In the Adventurers Guild is this amazing piece of machinery, and I guess he just inspired me, and the other night when I was asleep, it just clicked.
You had a builder's dream?
Yes. I thought that Dad always just made those up, sort of grand thinking and all that, but
I've never even met someone in person who's had one.
it's-
My
was
son
wild.
finally having the noodle dream.
More like neats.
But yes. Yeah. I am just as astounded as you are, honestly.
Well, that is fascinating. We also, your father, he's doing much better. He's gotten some more energy to him. That medicine you got, it seems to really be doing the trick.
Yeah, I guess I
We
was
were
locked up
waiting
in
to
there for
tell
a couple
you.
days.
Yeah, well, we were waiting to tell you. We know how you get. But you kind of shocked us with this thing.
Yeah.
He should be awake now if you want to talk to him. We were gonna bring him some soup.
Oh my god.
We're just getting that ready now if you want to go talk to him now.
Yeah. It sounds great. I haven't talked to him in oh my gosh. It's been so long since he's been awake.
Alright.
So
So
good.
you go into your father's room, and he still looks very weak. He is, thin and emaciated, but his eyes are alert. You can see the light behind them. He's sitting up a little bit, but you can tell he's still very tired.
I was gonna say I restrained myself from just like tackle hugging him basically because I know he would probably just collapse under that.
Just die instantly.
Especially with the I'm guessing not very light owl probably
Yeah,
still on my
probably
shoulder.
not. He
Anyways.
is also very shocked by the appearance of the owl, but that is quickly overwhelmed by just his joy of seeing you. My girl, but it seems like a lot has changed while I've been asleep.
Yeah. I'm so glad you're finally awake.
Come sit down, he gestures to like this little stool.
Yeah. I make my way to the stool, my eyes sort of like glittering with tears as I'm like happy tears. Just like oh yeah. I don't even know where to begin.
Grimar said you joined the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah. Well, once you fell too ill to take over the shop, to take care of the shop, I mean, well, I tried, but nobody wants my work in comparison to what you were doing. So, well, I had to do something.
Sometimes a piece of paper means more than all the skill in the world. It's a very silly thing, but it's the world we live.
Yeah. Well, once you're back to normal, I'll head back to school for sure and finish up, and then I can actually help you in the shop.
Maybe you should put that money you're getting towards schooling instead of my medicine.
I could never.
Girl, I am old. I have raised you into a wonderful woman, and nothing could make me feel more accomplished or happy. My concern is you. It has always been you. And I do miss your mother dearly.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm doing quite fine with the Adventures Guild. I'm making enough for sure to I can pay for your money, your medicine. I can start saving for school again and even pay more back for everything that he's done for the past few months.
He's a good man.
Yes. You've got a good friend in him, and he and you.
So the two of you sit and you talk, just chatting gently before he gets tired and needs to get some more sleep. You help him eat his soup and you just spend some time with your ill father. And are we still waiting on Gruff?
Yeah, he is not here yet.
Yep.
Okay. Trying to decide if I want to do Oda's or Cam's first.
Oh, there he is.
Well,
Speak of the devil.
Hey, what's up, guys?
hey, you're just in time.
Perfect. Yeah, I lost another 5 minutes because my oldest son did a literal cartwheel off of his seat, completely unintentional, to the floor, and there were tears.
Sounds like
Oh
you've
my
got a
God.
gymnast on your hands.
And it was a no hands cartwheel. It went
Oh,
like
wow.
somehow he rolled off of his dinner bench onto his head, and then his feet fall.
Peach, I'm pretty sure we just call that falling.
Your house sounds like a
Cartwheel's something pretty
circus.
specific. I think he just fell.
Well, no,
We
Jay.
had to pick
Falling
up
is so
my youngest.
nondescriptive. I mean, this was no ordinary fall.
Yeah, we had to pick up my youngest from preschool earlier this week because him and another boy collided into each other at full speed outside on the concrete.
Gotcha. Yeah,
They were testing their abilities.
I've got those days ahead. That my son collided twice just this week with a stationary drinking fountain over at the gym daycare.
Oh, jeez.
I would like to put out stationary drink fountain. I don't know of any mobile drink fountains, I have to say.
I point out that it's stationary because at least Greg's son ran into another moving object.
Yeah.
The drink
And who
fountain.
knows? Maybe they planned it out, did that on purpose. They're 3-year-old boys.
Yeah. Craziness. So
Yeah.
sorry about that, guys.
Okay, so we're actually rewinding a little bit. And so this is the night after you guys have returned from the castle. So, Gruff, tell me how you spend that next day where you don't have work to do.
I see. So if I understand what you're saying fully, then we are just describing. It's been about 24 hours since we returned. It's nighttime now. How was the past day spent? Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Okay.
Did you get a haircut? Did you go out to eat? Did you get groceries and eat at home? Et cetera, et cetera.
What time did they return? Was it nighttime?
You guys got back pretty late at night. You probably headed straight to bed after leaving.
Gotcha.
Getting your...
So, yeah, Gruff started the day out looking, just checking all the sports schedules, everything like that, sort of planning the night, and also lining up to meet Silvis.
Okay.
Assuming that Silvis can't be reached during the day.
Yeah. So you'd probably see him in the early evening. Probably
Yeah.
in the back of a restaurant. In one of the old rail districts.
And other than that, I'm probably just checking a few of the checking with a few of his guard buddies to see who is planning on competing in the tournament.
Mm. So that night, you return to your home. You're kind of sitting there, winding down from the day. And you hear, you've been at home for a little bit, kind of hanging out, doing whatever Gruff does when he's sitting at home. And you hear from outside your second story window, boring, boring, boring. And you see a leather-clad hand grip the outside of the window, and you see a female elven figure crawl in. Very lithe and very beautiful, with dark red hair, and she is dressed in sort of dark leathers. You recognize her.
I recognize what you said?
Yes, this is Amelia Nightheart. She is a member of Sandor Riverside Squad. Now, for everyone else, Sandor Riverside leads one of the elite squads of guards whose job is to deal with powerful threats. Like, these are the kind of guys that take out entire gangs or deal with powerful vampires.
Nice.
Sander Squad, the Alpha Squad, is the elitist among these elite squads. And this woman here is a traveler. She's a member she came here along with her twin brother. And both were raised as assassins and experimented on by this top secret group. You see, actually, in her weapon, she's wielding like a tonfa, and she's got I'd give her for long range, just a pair of nightsticks, essentially. She was an assassin along with her brother, who is more of a, and she
More of a what?
actually.
You're kind of cutting in and out as you're saying all this.
All right. So she was an assassin. Was raised to be an assassin.
Right.
And she was experimented on. So whenever she kills someone, she experiences a high. She was literally addicted to murder. Sandor helped her get clean from murder, and that's why she wields only non-lethal weapons.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
And she is one of the stealthiest people in existence.
All right. And
she is here. She has probably been following you, and you can make an easy guess as to who sent her. And she is holding half a bottle of liquor in her hand.
I can make an easy guess as to who sent her. Who would have sent her? Sandor or
Yes.
Grubb's father?
Probably a good toss, to be honest.
Right.
Probably a good toss. Which one of those it might be.
And she's got a bottle of liquor with her?
Yes.
All right. And so how well does Gruff know Amelia?
Well, how far along were you in the recruitment?
He made it to one of the elite squads, but he was never invited to be part of Sandor's squad. He was about a step or two below that.
A bit more standoffish, but you might have seen her like a bit here and there. You probably had a training session or two with her.
Okay. Can I roll history to see how that training session went?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, damn it. Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to roll off screen because my screen's not ready for...
That is acceptable.
$19. Plus history modifier.
Well. You impressed her.
All right. So yeah, then with that, Gruff's just gonna see her climbing through the window and scratching his head. Amelia, to what do I owe the pleasure? And you know you could have knocked.
Where's the fun in that?
Well, I mean, if you would have snuck up on me or something, I could see some fun coming through the window, but you entered my window just like a door. I watched you come right through it, so I don't see the difference.
I mean, I had to climb this way, and I left off the flagpole. You should have seen it. It was amazing.
Okay. Well, as respectfully as possible, what the fuck are you doing here?
I was asked to watch you, and I have been bored by my commanding officer.
Okay, so would that be Sandor?
Yeah, that would be Sandor.
Why is he watching
I
me?
don't see what the big deal is.
And I wholeheartedly agree. There is no big deal. Why are you watching me? Am I not free of the city guard yet?
He just wants to make sure that you're on the up and up and that this whole change of heart thing is real. He seems to think that you could basically go either way. That you could either be one of our greatest allies or most dangerous threats or some preachy sounding bullshit like that. I don't do his talk. I don't know how he makes it sound good, but he can even sell me on.
Well, I am no longer part of the city guard. I don't owe anybody anything. I am an adventurer of the Adventurers Guild, and my duties to this city are completely different.
Yep, and as far as I can see, you're boring as hell. The only thing even mildly criminal is you paying back your debt, and we ain't worried about that.
I wouldn't think so. Did Orphan put in the request to Sandor, or was this from Sandor himself?
No, that was him. He, like I said, he was interested in your career. Technically, I guess it's a compliment.
Oh, are they planning on competing?
Us? Oh no, this is for newbies.
All right, so you gonna offer me a drink, or
You got a glass?
no? Just pass the bottle. That'll be fine.
All right, she passes the bottle.
And Gruff's gonna take like a big old orcish swig out of it.
She looks impressed. It's the hard stuff.
You're fucked.
Well, speaking of payments, I do plan on meeting Silvis a little bit later this evening. But what are you doing for the next hour?
I still got half a bottle.
All right. Well, have a seat.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell Silvis. Silvis, sorry, my bad. She didn't say that. I'm gonna tell Sandor. As far as I can tell, you look on the up and up, and I'm done doing any extracurricular. I ain't getting paid for this.
And if I may say so, it is a waste of your abilities. You were overqualified for spy.
Did you even see me once?
What?
Did you even see me once?
Your reputation precedes you.
Exactly. Like this is, I've killed kings.
You're what?
I've killed kings.
Understood. And so why are you wasting your time keeping an eye on me?
I mean, a lot of the times it's stabbing vampires and, looking into corruption, seducing officials and stuff. That part's fun.
Absolutely. I'm sure it is. So, best of luck being reassigned.
Yep, and good luck in your endeavors. See you guys chat for the next hour.
All right.
Finish off her bottle, and she leaves through the window. She grapple hooks to the next building over, throwing the grapple hook mid-leap. It looks sick as hell.
Nice. Perfect.
Make your payments and
Say again?
You make your payment?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go out and meet Silvis, and where would he be found this evening?
I think I was saying back of a restaurant.
All right, so yeah, Gruff's just gonna go to his usual spot.
Hey, Silvis, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Gruff. Have a seat. Got something for me?
I do. Remind me, what is my balance?
What did you pay last time?
I think I gave him 150.
I think it was 200. I have
Probably.
to go back and look. So that would put you at 13 at this point.
All right. All right, Silvers. I've got another 200 for you. And then I also need another syringe. Or a few.
Alright. So he'll charge you. Let's just make it another 100. Make it easy. For your supply of syringes.
All right. And what do I get for 110?
Yeah, let's say 10. You don't have to come back for a while.
All right. And, all right, thank you. And then I have one other thing, Silvers.
Hmm.
I found that rat bastard son of a bitch who got me fired from the guard. Johnson.
What? Oh, hold on just a minute.
I love that his name's Johnson. Just all these fantasy names. This guy's name is Johnson.
His father's name was John.
Mama, buddy. Yeah, go with Mama. Yeah, I'm busy. Go with Mama.
But you can let me know whenever finish that.
Yes, I'm gonna finish this. It's gonna take a while, so you need to go to your room. Go to your room. Yep. No, that's not your room. Go to your room. Keep going.
But I'm gonna wait here.
No, you're not gonna wait there. I'll be right back. Hold on.
It's alright. We were just about done with him, too.
So close, but so far.
What are we doing with time? 30.
Sorry about that, gentlemen and ladies. Anyway, yeah. So he says to Silvus,
I found Johnson. And I was wondering if the syndicate could do me a favor.
Are you currently owed one, or would this be an exchange?
I'd pay you well. So
Alright.
Johnson is now on tunnel duty. He's at the guard at one of the entrances of the caverns. If I remember correctly, it's mid-shift. I will give the syndicate 125 gold to put him out of his misery and bring me his head. 250 gold if you can arrange a nice private evening for Johnson and I, somewhere where we won't be disturbed, with a nice vat of acid to get rid of the remnants.
Oh, that sounds like a fun thing. Yes, I think we can make that happen.
All right. I'll give you another 125 now. Another 125 if you are able to take him alive. He shouldn't be difficult. I don't believe he's ever swung a sword.
Excellent. We'll be in touch.
Very well. Any tips for the games tonight?
Oh, are you sure about that, Gruff?
I'll leave it to me to climb back in the hole, same hole I climbed out of, but you've always been good for a few hints.
He gives you a couple hints. I'm not gonna come up with that off the top of my head.
all right. And Gruff's gonna pay him. Let's see, 125 for Johnson, 200 for his payment. So that's 325, and then another 100 for the syringes. So that's 425.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Having some cash tonight.
And with that, Gruff's gonna shake his hand and take off.
All right. As Gruff heads home to bed, we skip forward past our earlier scene with Wisteria to Saturday morning, to the east side of the city, in a small little brothel, in a back room, where there is a former famous general and a robot.
So do you just live here now too?
I kind of roam around. I don't really know where to stay. Do you not want me here?
No. I was just curious. I've got to deal with. I got to deal with the madam out front. I was just wondering if you'd brokered something or if I should do that. Because if I should do that, I should probably do that now. Because she gets a little grumpy if I have people over. Because she always thinks we're fucking and we never are. Because I mean, look at me. But let's focus.
This sounds complicated.
It's very complicated.
Speaking of the madam, there is a knock at your door.
Oh hell! You need to stand perfectly still.
Nobunaga,
Yes.
your little goblin friend is here.
Oh, that's not what I expected you to be here for, but sure. I open the door. Hey, how are you?
So in steps Frankie the goblin.
Frankie, you must be in deep shit if you're here.
Well, yeah. He's dressed in a pair of plain slacks, a vest, and he's holding his scally cap in his hands, twisting it into a little ball.
Oh shit, that was a joke. What's bad? What happened?
I did a thing, Oda. You're not gonna be happy about the thing.
Oh boy. Last time you did a thing I wasn't happy about. It cost a lot of people a lot of money, Frank.
He looks over to Maiko. He cool?
He should be.
I'm
Okay,
standing. Maiko's standing perfectly still, as instructed.
I turned to him. You're not going to repeat anything you heard here until I tell you to, okay, Chief?
Affirmative.
Frankie, what did you do?
So, you know that strip club on Helm Street?
I am tragically aware.
So, I was there last night, and now I was pretty deep in my cup, so I don't actually remember any of this. So I was told to take it with a grain of salt. But apparently, I was with this lady over there they call Big Barda, and apparently I was pretty deep in my cups, and I apparently told her about your whole plan, and now the Red Queen wants to talk to you.
Let me get this.
I am confused. What does sodium chloride have to do with it?
Franklin. Allow me to get this perfectly straight. You were drunk at the club.
The one on Helm Street.
And your method of getting in another dangerous dame's pants was to divulge my attempted coup of the entire criminal underground.
I think I was trying to impress her. Just, I'm like, the two guys.
I'm well aware, Frankie. I'm well aware. Okay. All right.
I hear she kills people with her thighs, Oda. I'm real scared.
And what a poetic way for you to go out, dickhead! Sorry, excuse me. Lost my temper there. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have screamed at you. You're already on edge. Bad thing for me to do. Anyway, we're in.
She wants to talk to you and me and anyone else involved in your little plan. So if you got, I don't know, some muscle in your back pocket, it might be a good idea.
I have an idea. It is a bad idea, but it might be the only idea that can work.
What? Are you waiting for me to ask?
No, I was kind of, I don't know. Thought that was a dramatic
You
moment
were
there.
being dramatic and I ruined it. I'm sorry.
Frankie, you do this every time. You've got to understand there's timing to this. You don't take a nation undramatically.
I mean, I had to teach myself how to read, Oda. Cut me a little slack.
You think I didn't?
In a language that I did not know. There is no writing in Goblin.
That makes some sense, actually. Regardless, we're going to go see the Red Queen. We're probably going to need to bring every last scrap of muscle I got. But, thankfully, I got this thing. I pull out the crystal for the brothel that I may or may not have forgotten to give back, pretending it was mine.
Excellent.
Thankfully, I got someone on speed dial that might be exactly the kind of muscle we need. And by muscle, I mean smooth-talking dickhead that might be able to get us out of this. I do whatever I need to, and I am going to call Cam on my crystal.
Wait a minute, you needed muscle and you went to Cam?
I said I didn't. I said smooth-talking.
Oh, you still went to Cam?
So, Cam, you were in your room, just sort of reading quietly, and your mother knocks on your door. Dear, there's a call for you on the crystal.
All right. I close my book and slide it back in. I make sure to put it back where it's supposed to go. Absolutely dog-earing the page, though. I am that kind of person. And I answer the crystal. I'm like, hello?
Kid, are you somewhere where nobody else is going to hear this? Also, it's me, Oda, the grumpy old Japanese guy. You don't know what Japanese means. That's fine. Get somewhere private, right now.
I mean,
I'll give you a minute, honey. It's okay. I'll go out in the garden.
Okay, thank you.
Listen, kid, I'm in deep shit right now, and you are the only person I know I have leverage over, so you're going to help me.
What? All right, what's going on?
So, I got a bit of a right-hand man. He's an idiot. And he may or may not have divulged my plan to overthrow the entire criminal underground.
To a stripper.
Dude, I wasn't even going to add that, Frank. You volunteered that. This is why I usually do the talking.
I'll go over here and play with my abacus.
So what I'm saying is, may or may not have gotten summons from the Red Queen. I need every ounce of help I can get, and I don't have anything to hold over anyone else that I know. You are the only person that can threaten into doing this.
Do you want to make a check to see what you know about the Red Queen?
Me?
Either of you, really. I haven't described her at all. Oda has not asked yet.
Sure, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, what would that be? History?
History, I imagine?
Yeah, so, yep.
I got a 15.
I got a 9.
Okay, so Oda, you know that the Red Queen is a crime lord over there on the east. Her main two things are prostitution and information brokering. She has her fingers in many, many pies. She is known for being a woman of extremes. Her thugs that stay in her good graces are very well paid and have some of the best perks of any criminal enterprise. But for those displease her, she can be very creative in her punishments. That's it. Am I
Alright.
still connected?
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you. So listen.
Okay.
So listen, kid. This broad means business. But if we don't fuck this up. Because here's the thing. If she wanted me dead, I would be dead. Frankie wouldn't have had time to get here. The fact that she wants an audience means that we have an opportunity to talk our way out of this. I'm going to need an extra pair of hands. I'm going to need a couple extra pairs of hands to prove that I have what I'm saying I have. Micobot's here. Say hello, Micobot.
Hello.
Is that where he's been going? Either way, you're going to get as many people as you possibly can involved in your bad business.
Yes, because people being involved with me is my business. I'll explain everything when you get here, but moral of the story is, come to the brothel.
I'll
Alone,
let you come up with a creative name.
Why do I have to come to the brothel?
because if you don't, I'm going to tell everyone everything.
Everything
Yes,
about
the fact that you've been marketing yourself as a mage, but in reality, you've been faking your way through that college the whole time. You think I work in information and don't know things, Cameron? I hate to do this to you, kid. I like you, but I need help. And we can both come out of this looking pretty green.
You know
Green,
what a-
green with money. Is money green where you're from?
It's
Probably
gold
not.
here.
Yeah. To be fair, you guys also use a similar kind of gold coin and coin currency.
Don't be a
so
fucking nerd, Cameron, and get to the
Oh.
brothel.
I
It's called. It's called. Hey, Chris, what are we calling it now? Oh, that's not. That's weird. Yes. We're calling it Hallows Eve now. I don't know why we're calling it that, but that's what we're calling it. I think it's a front. Is it a front? Chris, is it a front?
Oh my gosh.
Chris says it isn't a front. I think it's a front. Anyway, see you when you get here. Click. Frankie, we're fucked. I want you to know that, but I'm gonna try for you, Frankie.
Cameron's
my
just
God. Oh,
exhausted
God.
immediately. Places the crystal where it needs to go. Gets up
Alright,
and
do you
gets
make
ready
any
to
other
head out.
phone calls, Oda?
Well, Wisteria isn't very
Mhm.
touchable, and not touchable in a way that I would go for anyway. Family's family. I don't know the first thing about that big fucking orc. I don't even remember his name. Grog? No. Micabot, you're gonna have to help me on this one.
Jesus.
Gruff is his designation.
That's the one.
Oh my gosh.
We're in the shit and now.
Are you thinking of him when you say his name?
What?
When you say Gruff's name, are you thinking about him? Like as
Yes.
a person? Like you have an
Yeah,
image?
I like made the connection in my head immediately.
Alright, are you touching the crystal?
I had put it on my waistband.
Okay, Gruff, your crystal starts ringing.
Oh fuck. That put a
PJ?
call through, didn't it?
Wisteria's gonna come out of this like 3 days of building a thing and
The city's on fire.
Brag up, Gruff
no,
here.
it's just like her entire adventuring
Yeah.
party has been arrested or dead. I don't know. I honestly
Hey!
don't know.
You gotta
Hey,
bail them
Grug.
all out.
Oh, okay, Grug. So, didn't mean to call you, but since you're here, I have a question for you.
I have a question too. How
What's
have
your
we been on 3 trips in the caverns and you can't remember my fucking name? Oda.
Okay, listen. In my business, you meet a lot of half-orcs that look a lot like you. That's not me being racist. That's me confusing a lot of people that look similar together. That's what being racist is. I'm a racist person. I'm going to work on it. I'm sorry. But, also,
Miniature character arc.
I need your help.
Oh. Well, my night's looking pretty open. What's it worth to you?
That depends, because we may or may not be going to see the Red Queen tonight.
Oh, she's always treated me very nicely.
Oh, thank God. I mean, don't look too into that desperation. Anyway,
She might not treat me so nicely if I show up with you. What did you do?
Not what I did. It's what my partner did. Hey, Frankie, good old Frank. Frank, you've met Frank. You probably haven't met Frank. He doesn't talk to anybody other than strippers. But unless you're a stripper, I wouldn't judge. But
Yes, what
basically,
did he do?
he might have leaked my plan to overthrow the entire criminal underground to a stripper who then relayed it to her boss. And now I've been summoned, which is a good thing because I'm not dead yet.
So we cut this Frankie's tongue out, call him a liar, and present his tongue to the Red Queen.
You
I
misunderstand.
don't like that idea, Oda. I know I'm supposed to be quiet with my advocates, but I really don't like that plan.
You're missing the point here, Grug.
Which is, you need to apologize to the Red Queen somehow, am I wrong?
I don't know that I need to apologize, because if I'm being summoned, it's either because she wants to kill me personally, which isn't like her. She'd send goons. I'm not worth her time. What it might mean is that she likes my plan and wants to be in on it. And we might be getting some serious fucking scratch for this if it goes well. But my plan involves credibility to my claim that I am infiltrating the fucking Explorers Guild. And that means I need people to back me up that would know the right things, because a lot of criminals don't know things because they don't make it past the screening phase, something I worked really hard to do. So, with you, I've got Micobot here. Say hello to Gruff, Micobot.
Hello to Gruff.
There you go, champ. And Cameron's on his way.
Micobot, it's good to talk to you. How is he involved in this?
He just kind of follows me around now. I kind of go with it. And Cameron's on his way over here too. So,
how does Cameron support your credibility? Is she even? She has no underworld experience. She's not gonna know. Will she even know who the Red Queen is?
I think he knows. But on the other hand, I have leverage against him. So frankly, I called him first. Didn't mean to call you. Parlaying this into an opportunity. How do you feel about organized crime?
Well, I do have the city guard surveilling my every move, at least until earlier this evening.
No, she's done now. She was done after the Drake. She's just like, I'm gonna go back. I'm done. So you're good at this point. It's a couple days later now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Can I trust you for a favor, or should I just demand gold up front?
Oh, I'm good for favors.
You better be. Okay. I still say we cut out the goblin's tongue. I mean, nothing would add credibility to your standing like presenting that to the Red Queen, calling him a liar, and then when she grills you a little bit, letting her in.
No. We can't kill Frankie. We can't hurt Frankie.
No, not kill him. Just cut out his tongue.
He's more valuable to us with his tongue in check. The tongue is vital to goblin math. Did you know that? Did you know that goblins use their tongue for math? Frankie, they use their tongues for math, right?
I'm really the only one that likes math. That's how I got this scar here.
Yeah, see? They need the tongue is desperately important to the math. If we cut that out, we lose our broker. He's extremely important to the business. We can't do that. We offer her other things, including loyalty, not tongues. Not everybody deals in violence. A lot of people here deal in information, loyalty, and favors. And if we can get through there without violence, it'll be key, because her bodyguards are big and scary, and she kills people with her thighs, Gruff. You understand what I'm saying here?
I've seen her. I've met her a few times. I'm telling you, the tongue would impress her. But if you're against the tongue thing, I guess I'll just roll along. I'm bored enough. All right. After this, you owe me a favor.
Absolutely. And he's gonna hang up the phone and start heading over to the. Actually, he's gonna call back and say,
"Hallow's End, Gruff.
Where am I gonna meet you?
Hallow's End, Gruff. I knew you'd call back. Hallow's End, Gruff.
Hallow's End?
Yeah.
All right. See you in a few.
I place it on the table. Franklin, you're going to need to work with that lie for the rest of your life.
All right, Gruff's going to make his way over there.
Okay, so as a bit of time passes, Looking at the city map, Cameron would probably arrive first.
Oda's waiting at the front door.
Yeah,
Cameron!
because Gruff is on the west side.
All right. You have basically informed me of the bare minimum requirements of whatever you're doing.
So,
Frankie waves.
I have a
He's
plan.
literally sitting in a corner with an abacus and a piece of paper.
Mood.
I have a plan, Cameron. Gruff is in on the plan. So now we have some credibility. Really, the only one not on the plan is Wisteria, but I really don't want to call her. Maybe you could call her.
I don't know if I would want to call her either.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think I'd want to get her involved in whatever this is.
You're right. She seems a little squeaky clean for that.
It's not just the squeaky clean part. She doesn't seem like the kind of person who'd want to have to put up with what we're doing here. It's below her.
Yeah, it is. God, she must really be hurting for something if she's working in our fields. The adventuring one, not the. Anyway, come inside. Come inside. I've told the girls to leave you alone, unless you don't want them to. That's your prerogative.
No, I'm good.
All right. All right, come in.
He's gonna come in.
Yep, you're all in Oda's room in the back. There is one bed, an end table, and a small table with a chair, and that's it.
Cameron, take the chair. Frankie, you get to stay in the corner for what you did.
Okay.
All right.
So, Gruff's got it in with the queen. He knows her personally. Met her a few times. He can probably speak to our favor and keep Frankie alive. But
not making any promises. Oh, by the way, who is that Goliath lady upstairs?
Don't trust me. Don't. She'll break your pelvis. Don't. You're not ready for that. I've seen men go in there and not come out.
I'm ready for a tank of beer.
Chris doesn't let booze in here. Not since the incident.
All right, but yes, for a while I pulled some jobs for the Syndicate, and they have a loose connection with the Red Queen, and so I met her a few times, mostly just standing second or third fiddle to Sylvis or whoever Sylvis was standing next to.
Right, but the plan initially was to get high enough up in the organization of the explorers to have the vital information they have, relay that to the information brokers in the criminal underground, make my way up top, live rich as much as I wanted, make tons of money, etc., etc., etc. I would have gotten you guys in on it eventually. It's just this is all kind of coming unfurled a little earlier than I would have liked. But the plan is still good. Remember those entrance exams. They're not easy. They're not easy to fake your way through. You need the right creds, the right abilities. Frankie couldn't do it.
I mean, I didn't really want to go back down there either.
Yeah, but you couldn't if you tried. Dude, I tried. You couldn't.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure the other goblins would kill me on.
We did run into a couple. I shot one of them. I'm sorry.
Good. You know what those bastards did to me down there.
Yeah. Regardless, I think we're alive. Well, I'm alive. You guys aren't involved yet. But I think I'm alive. Because she likes the plan. She likes the plan. And
You
we've
look
already got
alive.
it. So, here's the plan. We go in. Gruff, you stand in the front. You're very big. You're very big. Monstrously huge. The light to be
Okay.
sold. You go in, you're the one they'll recognize. You'll give us an air of credibility. We go in, the Red Queen probably says something along the lines of, I know about your plans. What do you want? What are you going to do? You women. And then I give her the details. I tell her the plan was to get far enough up in the organization that I can feed them the key information they need. We've got we've got guard stuff. We've got dungeon stuff. All kinds of market things. All the information that she could ever need to sell to the right people to turn this city on its fucking head. Make us...
And as a reminder, once you hit rank C, you can operate within the city as a mercenary, and that'll give you kind of ins with, a lot more people.
Fuck yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. The right
And rank
connections.
B, you get access to the guard's bounty board.
We get
The
all
guards
kinds
what?
of- Guards
Bounty board?
Oh, okay.
We get all kinds of access, all kinds of everything. Not only that, but in return, she could help us get there faster. Right equipment, the right gear, the right things we'd need to get our way up. We could pollute the whole damn system. Make it easier for her people to get in. And we'd all be sitting rich. We have to get Wisteria on it eventually, though. Probably.
Thanks.
Just make sure to mention that the Syndicate gets theirs. I don't need my relationship with Sylvis fucked up.
Oh, of course, of course, of course. No, this is
Wisteria, while you're in the backyard playing with Grimoire's children, you suddenly start sneezing.
Allergies.
So, that's where Cameron comes in. Cameron, you're an unassuming man. No criminal record. Tinier than a little light bulb, but you're a grifter. Born grifter. You're good at it. Anybody who's not also a grifter wouldn't see through you. Gruff, I bet you didn't even know that this kid can't do magic.
That's news to me. I wondered why you used your crossbow and bow so often.
Exactly. But he's been going to the Mages College for years.
I have no idea what this man is talking about.
You've also both seen his dad, and just by the fact that his dad owns a car, you know that family has.
Yeah. The fact that you had to walk here, kid, means that you don't have any magic.
Well, I wouldn't feel so bad about it. I don't have magic either.
Neither do I, but I do have this. I just said this without saying what it is. It's a gun.
Now, can I see that gun? I've been kind of curious a little bit about it.
You may not.
The thing seems pretty magic to me.
The gun has magical properties, but I don't have magic properties. You're all missing the point here. The point here is that Cameron, being an everyman that's a skilled grifter, proves that we can get people in there that are born liars, born thieves, born information dealers.
Or she thinks you're bringing in some spoiled rich kid.
That's the thing. That's exactly the thing. Cameron might look like one, but he's not. He's hardworking, smart, intelligent, talented.
Oh,
Him looking like a dumb, spoiled rich kid is the most important part of this plan.
I don't know. If you come up with the plans, I just do the accounting.
Exactly. And then you leak my plans to strippers.
I said I was sorry.
Are you sure he should keep his tongue? I mean, it's not like he was even being tortured to release this information.
Oh, trust me. I've seen Frankie in the bedroom. He was definitely being tortured.
Respect.
You walk in on this man having sex, you never forget it, even if you want to. But
Oh,
I hung a scabbard on the door.
Anyway. Give me a second.
There's like so many
Yep,
layers of why
whenever
that's
you guys
funny
are ready, we can switch seats.
when you consider that the word for vagina came from the word scabbard in Latin.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
I
I was
was
thinking
just
the
kind
same
of
thing. I
going
wasn't gonna
off
say
the
anything.
sock on the knob thing.
No, there's actually legitimate humor.
Yeah, there's layers to this joke, even if you didn't intend for there to be.
Oh, that's the best type.
But are we ready to do this? I mean, the answer's no, but are we going to do this even if we're not ready?
Well, I think your briefing put the robot to sleep. You still with us?
I am still here. I am just taking in all the conversation. I am quite confused.
Microbot is also useful. His photographic memory, because he literally takes pictures with his eyes, is extremely helpful. He'll remember anything.
And he's a
A
very
crude
good
but
healer.
accurate description.
I mean, that's how I understand it works. Whatever.
I
How it works isn't important. What's important is that it works.
I'm not ready, but it's not like I have much of a choice in this matter.
Exactly. You don't. I slap him on the back.
So, you guys make your way to a strip club actually closer to the center. And this place is a bit more high end. Definitely nicer than the place I was in after the place. Like,
Evidently.
the place is actually clean.
Franklin, if I ever catch you in a joint this nice, I'm going to drag you out of it because those are my winnings you're spending.
I got my own hustles.
Are you? Are your hustles
I
telling?
I
Are your
got a
hustles
couple.
telling? Are your hustles telling strippers my plans, Frankie?
I mean, you other bookie stuff, and I got this thing with scamming some old ladies with this fake medicine. You know, you don't need to know the details.
Jesus, Frank.
That's all right, though.
Anyway.
Another goblin we can kill on the way and just say it was a family member. Present the body to the queen and use that.
I like the way you think, Gruff, but unfortunately, probably not.
I'm
Unless-
not sure if I like this guy, Oda. He kind of scares me.
Well, that's the point. Not for you not to like him, for him to scare you. Well, scare people, but the fact that he's scaring you means that it's working.
Well, Frankie, to be honest, leaving you entirely intact kind of undermines Oda's credibility, as well as mine.
I mean, I have uses.
None are
He can-
apparent.
He can count to 7. Gruff.
Oh, I can too.
Can you?
Yeah. All right. You got 3 businesses: a drug business, hookers, and smuggling. The drugs bring in 300 gold a month. The
Franklin,
the hookers bring in
we're in
150.
Franklin, we're in broad daylight. Franklin.
This goblin's just dangerous.
He's not dangerous. He's just eager.
A liability?
A little bit.
Oda, I have to admit, I'm beginning to wonder about your business judgment.
Me too. But we got to make the most of the cards we're dealt. Only pussies fold on the river. Let's go. And I just push the doors open.
Yeah. So definitely much nicer place. It's actually kind of got a receptionist kind of out front and a little partition wall before it leads in there. Hello. What how can I help you boys today? You here for a fun time?
Unfortunately, we're here for a business venture. Your boss is probably waiting for someone who looks like me.
Gonna have to check you for weapons.
Oh, Christ. Everybody, check your shit at the door.
Cameron agrees too.
Yep. So they take all your weapons and put them under the counter. Couple of burly dudes step forth and pat you down real quick before those two burly dudes bring you through the club. And the people are having a good time, music playing, strippers, and these are the nice ones. Frankie stops for like half a second and then realizes he's supposed to follow.
I grab his wrist and start dragging him like a child.
He's the right size for it too. And they bring you back into a private room. And in this private room is a woman. She is tall, standing about 6'2". She is human, and she is very Amazonian looking. She's
Does Gruff
rough.
recognize her?
Yes, Gruff has seen her a couple times, and she recognizes him. She is dressed in tight-fitting red leathers, and she has a whip resting across her lap as she is sitting on what looks like a throne. To her left is a elven male dressed in only a Speedo who is dancing.
Not what I was expecting.
Oh my god, this is great. Also, I love that she's tall at 6'2". I'm half a foot taller than that in real life.
Yeah. Well, for a woman, and she's also very well built. She's like Amazonian looking. She's very tall and muscular. And in very tight leathers. And she's just leaning in her chair. And she does not even move her eyes from the dancer when you walk in. Oh, Gruff, how nice to see you again.
Always a pleasure, Your Majesty.
Are you moonlighting? Spreading out business a bit?
Well, I would say that I've taken my career in a different direction.
Oh. Your favorite girl is here tonight if you'd like to see her when we're done.
Oh, thank you for letting me know.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. It's good for business to know what your customers like.
This one's new. It says Gruff, gesturing to the elf.
Oh yes, this was a nice. He's actually of a pair of twins, so when he gets tired, I don't need to look at someone else.
Well,
And as she says that, she actually waves her hand at him, and he's very sweaty. He walks off, grabs a bottle of water, or grabs some water as he does so, and a few minutes later is replaced by an identical elf who, instead of a blue Speedo, is in a red Speedo.
Oh my god.
How many of those you got back there?
I always believe meetings like this are best when lubricated by a little bit of ale. Wouldn't you agree, Your Highness?
Don't say lubricated in the sex store,
Where
Gruff.
are my manners? And she snaps her fingers, and someone comes up, kind of curtain, and comes over, and she sort of like looks over very royally and like, fetch us my guests some drinks, would you, dear? Right away, mistress. And they scurry off. So there's some chairs scattered about, and she gestures for you to sit.
All right, we all take a seat, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. So you're the one Bard told.
Yeah, unfortunately. Wasn't exactly supposed to go public yet. I was hoping to be a little further in the plan before everything went public, but I'm sure you're aware of Franklin by now. He gets a little loose-lipped when he thinks it can get him a little further.
That's why one needs to be careful when choosing one's underlings here.
Well,
Is
sometimes we
this
just gotta
your
work with the
whole
cards.
crew?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Is this your whole crew?
In a manner of speaking, this is the crew that I have that I can trust with this information. We have another one that works with us in the guild proper, but I didn't want to bring her in just yet.
I see. Cameron, can you give me a wisdom save, please?
Uh, 17.
Okay. So she turns her eyes to you, Cameron, and now you have partially succeeded. So what this spell does is it tells her a person's level of sexual experience and whether they are feeling attraction at the moment to anyone in the room. So she can't tell whether you're attracted to anyone, and she pretty much will only know if you are a virgin or not with that one.
This is a weird spell, and I hate it.
I will give unto you the truth that he is not a virgin.
I'm honestly very shocked.
Not very
She looks
experienced, but definitely not a virgin.
all right. She looks mildly impressed both by your willpower and wasn't expecting it. Looking at you. Gruff, she doesn't really need that for you. Because she has a little prior information. Alright. So your little green one there told me about your plan. I have want a piece of that plan.
I assumed as much. Otherwise, someone of your status and power would probably just have had me killed. I'm not a hard man to reach with a bullet or with a contact.
She gives a light giggle. You'll find I tend to be more creative than simple bullets most of the time.
As I've heard and have dreaded. But that's not why we're here, I hope.
Alright, Nobunaga, now you give me that will save. Wisdom save.
His wisdom is not his best. That is a 10.
She actually looks confused. That air of regalness kind of drops for a bit, and she says, "How did you do that?
Do what?
You're not blocking me, but that doesn't make sense. That shouldn't be possible."
What?
I have this ability.
Okay.
It lets me know what people are into and how much they've done. It's something that helps this line of business. And she kind of gestures around.
I can imagine
at
as
the
much,
crowd
but
you
the
are
fact that you're
seeing.
bringing this up means that something dreadfully wrong has happened, I imagine.
You're not blocking me. I'm getting something, but it's telling me that you are both very experienced and very inexperienced at the same time. How can you that can't be possible. You're doing something to confuse my ability. There's no way you can be an experienced lover and a virgin.
What can I say? I'm a man of many mysteries. The answer
That's
is I don't know.
fascinating.
The answer is I don't know.
That's even more fascinating. It's not a trick.
I don't have an inch of magical power on me.
Hmm.
Probably.
That is very interesting.
At least until I'm multi-classed.
Regardless. Yeah, excuse me. I do believe that we can work together. I know that you're very much in the information brokering and industry as well, and this close to the center. Good information on the guild pays dividends.
Oh, it does. Yeah, you definitely do compose some influence. I mean, the guild itself gets a seat on the council, and only the university and the guard. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking this could work to both our advantages. We can't just march a whole bunch of criminals into the guild. That would be too obvious, too easy. And plus, I've taken that entrance exam. There's not a lot of people in our line of work that could pass it convincingly enough.
Mm-hmm.
I have plenty of experience lying and grifting my way through problems. Before I ended up in this city, I was quite the experienced man. But what we can do is use a team we've already got in there. A group of 5 people of varying backgrounds and talents who wouldn't have any reason to have known each other or be involved together other than this. They're all from different parts of the city, different walks of life. Why could they possibly know or be involved in each other? But under the surface, they have the backing and the tools they'd need to advance through these ranks faster than anyone had ever seen.
So, yes, you do need to be at least C till you're useful to me. There is the tournament.
Yes, the tournament. We're quite skilled,
Great
yes.
deal of the coin to be made on it. Quite a bit of betting done.
Oh, yes. Indeed. My associate Franklin, as loose as his lips may be, is quite involved in bet making and brokering businesses, and has a lot of good intelligence in that regard.
I just make poor personal decisions.
I'm aware, Frankie. I'm aware.
I'm intelligent, but my wisdom is low. That's really the thing. Not very wise.
Franklin is smart. He's just stupid. He's a man where,
one of those.
yeah, tragically, he's very, very good at what I need him to do.
He's just a liability with everything else.
Hey, he won us how much money off of that rush ball game he knew was rigged?
Like I said, or like you said, good at his purpose. Terrible outside of it.
Hey, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's ever done something dumb to get laid.
Did you even get laid, Frankie? You've left that part of the story out.
I don't remember. I was drunk.
My partner's exploits aside, I do
Yes.
believe this venture could prove beneficial to the both of us.
It does seem like we might have the beginnings of a mutually beneficial relationship here. One of my people will be in touch before the tournament. You do your best to get ready. I can't handle everything on my end, of course.
I would not expect you to. This is a two-way street after all. We each
Of
help each
course.
other. If one of us does all the lifting, they'll just be tired in the moment of need. But if we lift each other up, we can get a lot further than any one person could get on their own.
Oh, I like that. I might steal that. All right. Is there, if I can interest you in some time with any of my girls before you leave,
I don't
you
think
are
so.
free to, but otherwise, I do not have any further use for you at this time.
Alrighty, Gruff, you can do whatever you want. Frankie, no.
I'm planning on it.
Dude,
Cameron,
do I go?
I don't care,
go
but I'm guessing
home?
no.
No, thank you.
What is this that you are offering?
Don't listen to her, Microbot. She's trying to corrupt you. You're an adorable little child. Microbot here is a good friend. He has a very good memory. He'll be very useful to us, but very innocent. If you catch
Ah,
my drift.
yes, very good. I would not want to have corrupted memory.
Does he go everywhere in armor? Doesn't it get
Yeah.
stuffy in there?
Yes, it's a. He's very dedicated to his role in the group. He takes it extremely seriously, but oh fuck, he's a robot. I'm sorry,
I was
can't lie as
created
well.
months ago.
A what?
He's a construct.
Wait, like those little fake ferrets they sell to the rich ladies?
Yes, but he's a whole person. Please don't take him. He's very important to me. He's a good friend and one of my allies that they would notice going missing.
Such secret, this place.
This city is absolutely full of secrets. No one person can know them all, but I think knowing more than other people puts you at an advantage.
Secrets
Oh, it
in the
most
city?
certainly does. No. All
I
right,
think
so
we'll take
you
our leave
all,
now. Microbot, don't
you're
look at
all
the naked
pretty-
women. Don't look at the naked women. Do not make eye contact with the naked women.
What is the problem
Just out
with
of
this?
curiosity. Does
We are respectful to women, Microbot.
I'm glad.
I
Leo
see.
drinks the
Very well.
respectful juice.
Now we have to go back to Chris's place and explain to her that we might have just gotten involved with one of the most powerful crime lords in the entire city, and we're going to have to lay it on very gently. That means you don't talk, okay, buddy?
and I will not be there for that conversation.
No, you
Your
won't.
Majesty, where did you say she was?
he gives you she gives you directions.
All right, and with
Enjoy
that,
yourself,
Gruff is going to
dear.
disappear.
Yeah, and go have a good time.
All right. Looks like that's sorted.
Yes, that is all sorted.
Cameron is absolutely heading home. Like, no, going to bed. We're going to do other
Mhm.
things, just not this. Fuck this.
Yeah. We're actually gonna follow you first. So when you arrive home, it's not too late, probably like 7 p.m.
Yeah.
You probably missed dinner, but you can guess that there's probably a Tupperware in the fridge, knowing your mother.
Yeah.
But as you go in, your parents are kind of just sitting in the living room, just kind of listening to the sound crystal. And your mother looks up and is like, "Oh dear, your friend. Tell me what your contact's name is, real quick."
Oh goodness, I had it written down and my brain forgot it.
All right, I can look it up.
Dahlia.
Alia. Your friend Alia called while you were out.
Dahlia.
Dahlia, sorry.
Yeah.
Like the Black Dahlia. Okay, I remember.
And her murders.
Yes. She seemed a little concerned.
That's
She
fair.
said you can call her at home when you get back.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Is Dahlia is a female?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you go and call her?
Yeah.
All right.
So much for
Oh,
sleep.
Cam, there you are. Have you talked to Torin lately? Torin is another friend of yours, that basically someone else you went to school with, did school things together. Just
No.
another acquaintance.
No, I've been really busy lately. Is something up with him?
I don't know, like he was acting really weird lately, where he wasn't really around, and he was supposed to show up. Yesterday we were supposed to go to the Legendary Champions, go play the Legendary Champions. That is a trading card game within the city.
Ah.
It is up to you whether Cameron basically is like a regular player or you just have like a deck or two that you played with friends.
He's just a casual player.
All right. And then I called his mom and she said he hasn't been home.
Wonder where he is. I'll see if I can look into where he is.
Yeah, just keep an eye out. I'm just worried. I just want to make sure he's okay.
All right. I think I can call someone who might maybe be able to help me keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, he's been really shifty lately, been like really like cranky almost. Maybe a little secretive, but it just, I just want to know he's okay. I'm not worried. I'm not going to judge him for whatever he's doing.
Of course.
I just hope he's not cheating on me.
Oh, I understand. Cameron's going to just immediately be like, "You take care of yourself. I'm going to go make a call. I think I know maybe a couple of people who might maybe be able to help me."
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
I'll be here.
All right. I'm going to hang up and I'm going to ask if I can do an insight check and think, is there anywhere I think he might go?
Yeah, I'll let you do an insight check.
Oh, please die. Be nice to me. 19.
Okay. So you actually do have the contact information for his best friend, which is like another kind of part of your circle that he may have been speaking to. You could probably try him.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
All right. Hello?
Hey, I was wondering where. Oh God, you just introduced a name to me, so now I can't remember it. I have to like juggle names. Torin. Do
Yeah.
you happen to know where Torin's been? Apparently he's been a little shifty lately and kind of weird and been avoiding Dahlia.
Yeah, he's not really talking to me anymore. I don't know, he was been talking to some folks from down over like the west side, like the real like poor people areas. And I did some real thuggish looking types and I tried questioning him to see what was going on and he just blew up at me and I don't know what's going on there.
All right. I'll go ahead and see if I can get
Yeah.
hold of someone else because I know that I know someone who lives in around that area. I might be able to get something out there. And worst case scenario, I'll go out and look myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, though.
Yeah, thank you.
At this point, I'm like, okay, how likely is it that Gruff is back home? Not very likely.
Probably not. This is kind of setting up a long-term thing as well, but I feel like you need to.
Okay, The next person that I can think of who's in that zone, though, is Wisteria.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
next call goes
she's
to Wisteria.
Oh,
yeah, she's a
okay.
bit more southerly, so that's actually a bit nicer down there towards the south. Like the east and west
Yeah.
sides are like the real slum, and it's
Yeah, but that seems like the most likely next step. And then after
yeah.
that is Oda, who has just recently threatened Cameron. Oda
So
is
Wisteria,
last resort.
you're having a very nice evening. You are listening to the Sad Crystal with Grimoire and his family. You are listening to the Crimson Cloak radio show. The children are very fond of it. When they is interrupted by a call. No, wait, you have a personal crystal, yeah, so that starts ringing from your.
I'll just like excuse myself and just so I'm not gonna like kids want to listen. I'm not interrupting that shit. You know. So yeah, just like take the crystal and like walk out before answering it, being like, "Hello."
Hey, Wisteria? I know you live on the west side of town, and I know I'm not going to be able to get a hold of Gruff tonight. Um,
Uh,
do you,
Okay.
I've lost track of a friend of mine, and I was wondering if you would help me potentially look into him, because I know he was in one of the poorer parts of the west side. I don't know a lot about that area comparatively. Um, Hi, Meatloaf. The cat has
Uh,
become part of this. Um,
how much? I don't know how much. I probably wouldn't know too much about it.
I don't see her as one to really
Yeah.
wander much.
Yeah, I spend most of my time like in like the market where like growing up and stuff like that. Like basically just like in my father's workshop. So
Yeah, that would be at this market to the north.
yeah, so that is the more western marketplace. So
Yeah,
maybe a
That's
little bit, but
yeah, that would be probably me more like Cathedral Village over here.
oh, okay, got it. Is what she's talking about. So
Like the
yeah,
closer to the center, the richer you.
yeah,
But the north and south sides are a bit more middle class laborer types,
yeah,
whereas the east and west you'll find more of the slum.
got it. Okay, so in that case, I'm just gonna be like, I mean, I could help you look and stuff, but I don't really know the ins and outs of that area too much.
that's fair. Hmm.
So, like if you need a hand looking, I can help you out.
I would appreciate kind of a hand to look around in that area. I'm gonna have to make one last call. That means I have to call Oda.
You sound so excited to call him.
I've already had an incident with him today. I'm really
Oh,
not in the mood.
well,
But but I know I'm not gonna be able to get a hold of Gruff, who might know the area better. So Oda's kind of the last option.
good luck with that. And if you need my hand, just give another call and I can come out and help you.
Of course, thank you.
No problem. Click, click.
Oda, I hope you're back at the brothel by now. I hope you're back at the stoople.
I think we'd be back there, but Chris would definitely have taken the orb back by now.
Oh yeah,
That's who you're gonna
Yeah.
get on the line.
she's probably talking. You're probably talking with her right now. So since they're gonna try calling you, let's transition back to you getting there and having this conversation. So, do you send Frankie home, or are you keeping him under eye tonight?
I'm gonna keep him here, keep him close, just in case.
Okay. Can we at least like stop and get a bottle?
There's bottles
Or
at the
maybe
brothel.
some sunshine. Like, that'll be a real party.
No. No drugs in the brothel. Absolutely not. Not since the incident. You're going dry tonight as punishment, Frankie.
Oh, I hate that punishment. That is my least favorite punishment, Oda.
Anyway, we're all gonna walk in.
Yep. So you're probably taking in the back route at this point,
Probably, yeah.
in the evening.
Hey, Chris, how is it going?
There you are. As so, you taking on some extra borders? Like, what's going on here? The deal with you was for you. Oh God, you have worse news, don't you? I know that book.
I'm sorry, I was zoned out. Sorry, what did you say?
He's asked if you're about taking on borders, and then she stopped and said, "Wait, you have worse news, don't you?" I know that book.
Okay. So, you love me. I helped you all get out of that
You
sticky
agree?
situation with the past landlord, put a bullet in his head for you pro bono because I love you guys, trust you guys to death. You're good friends.
Yeah, that's why you got a free place to live, Oda. You also provide a little extra money around, muscle around. That's always nice.
Purely a hypothetical question. How do you feel about the Red Queen?
I run an independent operation, Oda, and she is one of the biggest sellers of pleasure in the city. How do you think I feel?
It's that's actually a little better than what I had imagined the outcome of that question would be. But
I had to fight tooth and nail just to remain independent from this shit.
and don't worry, you will remain independent. Even though we may or may not be working with her now because Franklin is a dipshit. Aren't you, Franklin?
What did I tell you? I'm not racist, but you can never trust a goblin. It's not in their nature. They live down there with their weird, chittery language, and stabbing each other, and other things. You just can't trust them.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I trust Franklin most of the time.
He's back with his abacus.
But it's gonna work out. Assuming we aren't backstabbed, we're gonna be paid royally. That can probably help out here. You're too far out of the inner circle for her to care about, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't get the high-paying customers.
But that's the gist of it. Everything else is just, you know.
So what you're telling me is that shit is raining from the sky, but you're giving me an umbrella?
More like I'm kind of just holding my coat over your head at my own expense. But yeah, let's go with the umbrella.
All right. We'll see how this goes. I like you, Odin, but my loyalty's to my girls and my business first.
Of course, as it should be.
We'll see how it works out for now. Okay, and as she's talking, her crystal rings.
Oh boy.
You've reached Hallows Eve. How may I help you?
Is Oda there?
What did I tell you about swiping this thing? It's 50 gold for your own. You're going to
Okay.
the goddamn caverns now.
I'll get one next time I'm out. This time, I panicked, had forgotten to get one, wrote your number down on accident. Not on accident as a panic option. I did it very purposefully, but with accidental intention. You know what? I'm just. You have a shovel, Chris? I'm digging myself a grave here. Hand me the crystal.
I think it's best you stop talking. Just take the phone.
All right. I'll hit him with the usual. Hello, you've reached the Hallows Eve morgue. You stab him, we slab him. This is 8-Ball speaking. How can I help you?
Oda,
All right.
what do you know about West Side?
What do I roll to see what I know about West Side?
Probably history,
Yeah.
same as what
History.
you know about the Red Queen. Yeah.
It's a fat 2. I don't know
Not
dick or
a
piss
whole
about the
lot.
West Side. I live on the East Side,
Yeah.
kid. Why?
You've been on.
got problems?
You landed on the east.
I have a friend who has been missing for
Oh.
a couple of days now, and the only things I know are he was in West Side and he was meeting with some questionable folk.
I get out a
Been
piece of
very
paper and a pen. Give me a first name and a physical description.
I go ahead.
foreign.
Yeah, Torin. What does he look like? Because I hung out with him, so I should know.
I'm just gonna say for now you give her a physical description. I haven't really looked into Dahlia. I assume he'd probably be the same race as their boyfriend and
Okay.
girlfriend.
Human, brown hair, blue eyes, average build, taller than me.
Not a high bar, Cam. Any big identifiers? Anything that I could use to find him?
He has a scar on his hand from when we were in magic training, and he accidentally telekinesis a knife he was holding.
That's a good one. All right. Frankie!
Yeah, I figured it out. If you got those 3 businesses, how you want to launder them is.
Okay. That's not important right now. What's
Still
important
on
is this.
that.
You want to get back into everybody's good graces? I hand out the paper. You find this kid.
Okay, so I don't have to stay here all night.
You have to stay here all night, but when you leave, finding this kid's priority number uno. You got that? That means 1.
Okay.
You probably don't have Spanish here. I don't know why I know Spanish.
It's Portuguese actually. It's
Oh yeah,
Portuguese
Portuguese.
related.
That checks out. That scans. We're good. We're good, everybody. Probably know Dutch, if
Historical
anything.
accuracy intact.
You probably know Dutch, if anything.
Actually.
I'll pretend that's what undercommon is.
Wait. What is common is Japanese and undercommon is Dutch?
No, common isn't Japanese.
Common is English.
Yeah, common is English. No. Fucking draconic is Japanese.
Fair enough.
Undercommon is Dutch. Fuck the Dutch. We here at the Chefcast say fuck the Dutch.
Oh my god.
Dutch haters.
There are
Anyway,
2
Chefcast
things
do
I
not
can't
support
stand
the
in
statements
this
of
world.
one Oba Nobunaga.
Cam,
All right.
I got my boys on that.
Okay.
I owe you this much, kid. We'll have him found within the week. Unless he doesn't want to be found. I'll let you know if he doesn't want to be found.
That's
But I'll give you a location, at the very least. You've got my word, as little as that probably means to you, kid. I didn't want to do what I had to do tonight. But you were gonna find out anyway. And I needed help. And I felt bad for doing it almost immediately. I'm not a good person, Cameron, and I'm sure you know that by now. But I don't think you can be a good person in this town. Not anymore.
That's
I
fair.
like you.
I know you love me, Chris. I love you too.
No, that was Frankie.
I'm just
Chris
worried
left
about him because he and his girlfriend and our friend group tend to not be the type to get involved in that kind of thing, and to hear him wandering off and just not talking to people potentially for days on end seems really out of character.
Really does.
Maybe he's on Sunshine. That's coming out of the west side.
Stop talking about Sunshine, Frankie.
I mean, it's a fun time. It's a rich kid disappears. Maybe he's on drugs. It happens all the goddamn time.
This is crack.
Sunshine is basically cocaine.
Great.
It's
Yes,
a
this
bit
is
more
crack.
mystical. It ups your energy, but people who get a bad batch or an overdose can literally explode.
Nice.
Cool.
You have my word, kid. We'll find this guy.
All right. Thank you.
If he exploded.
See ya
Lori
whenever,
and
Cam.
Frankie.
And I hang up the phone.
All right.
And I put the crystal in the thing.
Time for an uncomfortable, stressful evening of thinking about this.
Yep. So, I think that's probably a good time to bow out. We leave Cam sitting there stressfully, unable to concentrate on their book. Oda probably berating Frankie some more. And Maiko setting down the charge, and Gruff having a hella good time.
Still at the brothel.
I love that PJ just showed up just to go in the brothel, and that's where his that's where his time ended.
What's your constitution?
Constitution. Let's see.
Constitution check. Let's go.
+2. Do I need to roll?
No, but you could probably last like at least an hour or two with the +2. That's pretty decent, nerd.
Fuck did that go?
Okay then. Thank you everyone for joining us on this wonderful episode of Secrets of the City. We set up some nice new plot lines. Our heroes have an overarching goal, or a couple now, because they did have the first goal of the arena tournament. And, the season and the story starting to kick in high gear. So join us again next week. Thank you all for coming out, and you have a wonderful night.
Goodbye.
Bye.